Peoria County Board. Would everyone please rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance?
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Scott, who's on the phone?
I hear Brandy and Rachel for sure. I don't know. Jim, are you on the phone?
Yeah.
All right. So who do we have? Mr. Fennell on the phone, Miss Bryan on the phone. Is there a third one, Scott? Oh, Rachel, Miss Relaford. Rachel, can you hear my voice?
Yes.
All right. So we only have one thing to vote on tonight, so it won't be too clunky. So I'll just leave it at that. Madam Clerk.
Roll call, please. Member Fennell.
Here.
Member Relaford.
Here.
Member Bryant.
Here.
17 present, 1 absent.
Thank you.
Approval of minutes.
Get a motion to approve the minutes, please. Mr. Sasser and a second from Ms. Daly. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as submitted? Seeing none, all those in favor? Seeing none, please vote.
Member Fennell.
Aye.
Member Relaford.
Aye.
Member Bryant.
Aye.
17 ayes. Okay. Proclamations and presentations. A proclamation recognizing Brimfield High School girls basketball team as the 2021-2022 IHSA Class 1A state champions.
Mr. Windish.
Okay. You guys want to come on up? All right. Thank you guys for coming tonight. It's nice that we get to actually come in and play and had a state tournament this year. I didn't know if you guys were here, but I was hoping to talk to, or I guess I will let you guys speak later, but it was one game that I managed to make it to all year. I don't know which one had the free throws or which one of you it was, but I want to hear that story. So, all right. Whereas Peoria County congratulates the Brimfield High School girls basketball team on their 2021-22 IHSA Class 1A championship, and whereas the Brimfield High School girls basketball team championed over Galena High School 32-31 for the state title. Whereas this is an existing first state championship for the Brimfield High School basketball program, and whereas Peoria County acknowledges hard work and dedication to each player both on and off the court. Whereas Coach Mary Beth Dura, instrumental in leading the Brimfield High School girls basketball program to a historic win, and whereas Peoria County is proud of the impressive 32-4 season for the Brimfield High School girls basketball. Now therefore, I, Andrew Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the Peoria County Board, do hereby recognize the Brimfield High School girls basketball team on being state champions. Coach, I'll let you introduce and talk to the kids.
Thanks. I just want to let everyone know how proud I am and the communities of Brimfield and Kickapoo of these girls. They never say die, and so they deserve everything they've gotten this year. And these are our state champs. So I'll introduce each and every one of them. Taylor Wewell, Ella Loon, Maddie Hessing, Sienna Meyer, Jacqueline Fabry, Ava Hines, Sophie Bedell, Elin Peterson, and I'll let her talk and tell about that free throw. Carly Jones is our manager, CJ Troxel, Kylie Vaughn, Ellie Doe, and Olivia Kappas. Here you go, Elin. In a moment.
Can you re-ask your question so I know like what to answer exactly? Like what? I don't really know. I mean, it was kind of crazy. So, like 1 minute we held the clock for like the whole last minute, and then the last 2 seconds I got fouled and got put to the line, and I missed the first free throw, which was not good, but I made the second one, so that's all that matters. And that's that.
And by the way, I knew we were going to win that game because Elin's a 70% free throw shooter, so I knew she'd make at least one, and she didn't disappoint. So,
Thank you guys for coming, and congratulations.
thank you.
I have a question. Coach, how long have you been coaching, number one? And number two, did he say this is the first time the girls have won the state championship? Because you guys have had so many good teams over the years that I was kind of surprised when he said that.
Yes, this is the first time the girls have won state. The second best showing has been a fourth place showing in 2009. I've been a high school varsity coach for this is my 6th year. And then I coached at the junior high level for 10 years before that. And then I've been involved in the Biddy basketball program before that. And so I've been coaching for quite a long time.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
A proclamation recognizing May 1st through 7th, 2022 as National Correctional Officers Recognition Week.
Mr. Rosenbaum is so excited to do this. He's come before I called his name. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And who's coming up to accept this? Chris? Nice. Thank you. Well, I just wanted to say thank you to both of you and for your whole team, because without it, would be in a world of hurt. But you guys have been through a lot these last few years, and our heartfelt thanks. The week of May 1 through 7, 2022 has been designated as National Correctional Officers Recognition Week. And whereas the number of inmates in local jails across the United States decreased 25% from mid-year 2019, which was 734,500, to mid-year 2020, 549,100, and a 10-year period of relative stability. And whereas after increasing an average of 2% per year from 2010 to 2019, the number of female confined in local jails decreased 37% from mid-year 2019 to mid-year 2020. The number of males declined 23% during the same period, and whereas at mid-year 2020, inmates ages 18 to 34 accounted for 53%, 53% of the jail population, while inmates aged 55 or older made up 7%. Now therefore, I, Andrew A. Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby acknowledge the week of May 1 through 7, 2022 as National Correctional Officers Recognition Week, and urges all citizens and institutions to observe the week of May 1 through 7, 2022 in Peoria County through observance of National Correctional Officers Recognition Week. Dated this 14th day of April AD 2022, Andrew A. Rand, Peoria County Board Chairman, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. Thank you. Who wants to speak first?
First, thank you for your guys' support. We've had a rough year in corrections. We lost one of our own. This is ACS Carmisha Turner. She has been one of the main leaders through COVID in the jail. She probably works 16 to 18 hours a day, every day. Functions in the jail, doesn't stop on the weekends, so she's constantly working. So she's dedicated her career to corrections, and we really appreciate it. May 17th, we are having this is for corrections and police, we are having our Honors Board Memorial at the Sheriff's Office, a small function, but we'll be giving out some awards and more. And yeah, Carmisha, anything?
Sure. I would also like to extend my gratitude to all the men and women at the Sheriff's Office. They go above and beyond every day, continuing to show up through all of COVID, staffing issues, so I'm truly grateful to have them on the team.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. Well, I have you up here. We'll just do two in a row. The next proclamation is for the National Police Week. And the proclamation states, by act of Congress and presidential proclamation, May 15th of each year is designated National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week on which it falls is National Police Week. The 7-day period is set aside to recognize the contributions to society of our nation's police officers and to dedicate May 15th to Grace Life Services and other memorials for the police officers who have been killed in the line of duty. Whereas, according to statistics reported to the FBI, 89 law enforcement officers were killed in line-of-duty incidents in 2019. Of these, 48 officers died as a result of felicitous acts and 41 officers died in accidents. And whereas the violent victimization rate declined from 21.0 per 1,000 persons ages 12 or older in 2019 to 16.4 per 1,000 in 2020. And whereas most violent incidents against whites, 69%, and black, 66% victims, were committed by an offender of the same race or ethnicity as the victim, and whereas the Peoria County Sheriff's Office will hold the Honor Board Awards event on May 17th, 2022. Now therefore, I, Andrew A. Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby acknowledge the week of May 15th through 21st, 2022 as National Police Week, and urges all citizens and institutions, public and private, to support police services through the observance of National Police Week, dated this 14th day of April AD 2022. Signed by Andrew A. Rand, Peoria County Board Chairman, Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. Thank you.
Once again, thank you. Thank you for your support. You guys have been very good to us on helping with recruitment and retention. Thank you. We come to you, we ask for what we need, you guys give it to us. So we really do appreciate the men and women at the Sheriff's Office. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenbaum.
A proclamation recognizing the Peoria Humane Society for their generous fundraising efforts and continued support of PCAP's animal shelter.
Welcome, Betty, and I understand we have Kitty, Ed, and Elise in the audience. Come on up. Kitty, it's nice to see you again.
Thank you. I'll stand on this side up here. Come on up. You all can stand on here. Come on over. Come on over. You're welcome. And just want to let you know before I begin to read that I am an animal lover. I have a small Maltese Chihuahua mix, all white, and then I recently purchased a Rottweiler, a puppy, and he's a German. He'll be a big one.
Well, good.
Yeah, so we're excited. Yes, yes. Okay. Proclamation. Whereas the Peoria Humane Society has provided immense support to the PCAPS Animal Shelter for over 40 years by providing resources for injured and severely ill animals, helping with animal-related medical expenses, supporting the placement of animal with transfer organizations, both financially and with transportation, hosting community outreach events, and by managing the PCAPS volunteer programs. And whereas the Peoria Humane Society offers a variety of valuable resources for pet owners in the community, including a low-cost spay and neuter clinic, a pet food pantry program, and free assistance with pet behavior. And whereas the Peoria Humane Society offers community outreach to promote the humane treatment of animals through youth education programs, such as the Paused to Read program, the Be Kind to Animals poster contest, and children's summer camps, in addition to the popular pet therapy program that involves therapy dogs, visiting local hospitals, nursing homes, and whereas Wine and Whiskers is one of the biggest annual fundraisers for the Peoria Humane Society and will take place on May 6, 2022 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Trailside Event Center in Peoria Heights. Now therefore, I, Andrew Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize and thank the Peoria Humane Society for their generous fundraising efforts and continued support of our PCAPS Animal Shelter, dated this 14th day of April AD 2022. Andrew A. Rand, Peoria County Board Chairman, Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Peoria Humane Society and Peoria County have a very unique and wonderful partnership. Without this partnership, we would not be able to offer the valuable programs, services, and resources that we have in place in our community to help animals and people. Having said that, we really can't do what we are doing without the support of you all and everyone else in the community. We are completely funded through donations, and without the county coming alongside us, we just really couldn't do it. So I thank you guys with all my heart for that effort. I thank you for the unique partnership that we have, and I look forward to being able to work together for many more years.
Thank you, Kitty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Duncan. Ed, nice to see you.
A proclamation recognizing April and May 2022 as Gerald M. Brookhart Arts in Education Spring Celebration has been deferred until May. A proclamation recognizing April 11th through 15th, 2021 as National Work Zone Awareness Week.
Welcome, Kate. I'm going to guess Amy McLaren. Hi, Amy. This is our supervisor of highways. I'm sure I'm slaughtering your title, but she's the head person.
So as a a wife of someone who works on the road, I appreciate that we have to keep our workers safe, both highway workers and construction workers who are working on the road every day, and to encourage people to drive safely. Whereas the highway workers diligently continue to improve, rebuild, and maintain roadways so that motorists can safely and efficiently travel, and whereas highway construction workers and repairs to roadways must be done while they are open to traffic, putting both motorists and workers at risk every day. And whereas Illinois sees an average of more than 6,700 work zone crashes per year, resulting over 1,600 annual injuries that could be prevented by setting aside distractions, using extra caution, reducing speed, and giving a work zone undivided attention when motoring. And whereas Peoria County is dedicated to ensuring safety in work zones for workers, motorists, passengers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. And whereas the Federal Highway Administration will kick off the 2022 roadway construction season with their 22nd annual National Work Zone Awareness Week from April 11th through 15th. And whereas Peoria County urges all motorists to continue to recognize the responsibility that comes with driving a motor vehicle and the importance of maintaining safe and smart driving habits during the construction season and at all times when operating a motor vehicle. And whereas Peoria County reminds motorists that hands-on use of cell phones as well as sending, reading, or composing an electronic message while driving is prohibited at all times, and whereas motorists are required to slow down and change lanes, if possible, when approaching an emergency construction or maintenance vehicle that is stationary and displaying flashing red, blue, or white or amber lights. Now, therefore, I, Andrew A. Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby resolve to promote roadway safety and call upon all motorists to acquaint themselves with the rules of the road, to remain alert and vigilant when operating their motor vehicles, especially while in construction zone, and to recognize the contributions of those who work in construction zones as they work to maintain and enhance our highways and roadways. Dated this 14th day of April, AD 2022, Andrew A. Rand, Peoria County Board Chairperson, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk. So, thank you, Amy, and your department for all the road construction, and stay safe, and I'll let you speak.
And Amy, before you begin, I'll reintroduce you as the county engineer.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, the support of the county board for helping us keep the Team Peoria County folks safe when they're doing their job. They want to do a good job for you and for their friends and neighbors, so we want them to come home safely. And thank you for being a good example and showing your leadership for other agencies that work on the roads and not just the county highway department. So we do appreciate you, and thank you for helping us do our job safely.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Amy. Mr. Renaud.
A proclamation recognizing April as National County Government Month.
Welcome, Rob.
Mr. Sorrell.
I think Scott is the intended subject expert on this. Welcome, Mr. Sorrell.
I feel bad. I thought I was going to do the Humane Society presentation, so I wore my socks with my dog's picture on them. Unfortunately, I don't have Peoria County government socks, so sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah, big
Have
old
Scott's
seal.
face on them? Okay. We can do that. Okay.
You just never know in public what's going to make people giggle.
Thank you. Okay, whereas the National Association of Counties was formed in 1935 and collectively covers nearly 40,000 county elected officials and 3.6 million county employees through its membership base, and whereas since 1991, the National Association of Counties has promoted National County Government Month as a time to recognize counties and the services they provide. And whereas Peoria County takes an active role in this organization, with the county administrator currently serving on the board of directors. And whereas the nation's 3,069 counties serving more than 315 million American citizens provide essential services to create healthy, safe, and vibrant communities. And whereas the county provides health services, administrator justice, keep communities safe, foster economic opportunities, and much more. And whereas the 2022 National Association of Counties theme Counties Thrive was clearly illustrated this past year through Peoria County's leadership role in the pandemic response. And whereas Peoria County takes pride in its responsibility to protect and enhance the health, welfare, and safety of its residents in efficient and cost-effective ways. And now, therefore, I, Andrew A. Rand, Chairman of the Peoria County Board, on behalf of the County Board, do hereby recognize April 2022 as National County Government Month. Dated this 14th day of April 2022, Andrew A. Rand, Peoria County Board Chairman, and Rachel Parker, Peoria County Clerk.
Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you on behalf of all of Team Peoria County. Thank you for the proclamation. We do have a lot of challenges, but we're also thriving, and we're working hard on those challenges. It's an honor to represent my professional association and our organization on NACO's National Board of Directors, and both at the local level and the national level, we're doing great things. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Renaud.
We have no citizens' remarks.
Thank you.
Consent agenda.
Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda? Dr. Blair on the first, and I think I caught Ms. Williams on the second first, but I'm going to give it to both of you. I don't know how we'll record that, but I'll give it to both of you. Are there any additions or corrections? Any items on the agenda to pull? All right, please vote.
Member Bryant?
Aye.
Member Fennell?
Aye.
Member Relaford?
Aye.
17 ayes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Zoning ordinance and resolutions. Case ZBA 2022-00017. Petition of Kathleen L. Clark, a special use request from section 20-5.5.2.2.c of the Unified Development Ordinance. This section allows for overnight accommodations provided that they meet the requirements set forth in section 7.8, overnight accommodations, and provided that no more than 5 rooms or suites of rooms are rented and rooms are not rented for a period of more than 14 days. The petitioner proposes to provide overnight accommodations on a short-term rental basis through the website Airbnb. The parcel is located in Limestone Township. The Zoning Board of Appeals recommends approval with restrictions. The Land Use Committee concurs.
Mr. Dillon on the first, and a second from Dr. Blair. Any discussion? I'll go to Ms. Pastusha first.
I'm going to ask my usual questions.
How about we go to Mr. Dillon first?
One objector in person. There was a petition with 14 on it that had come, but the objector list was a petition, but there was one objector, which was a neighbor in person. So this property is by the airport. When you're going into the airport, I guess there's a demand for people to stay by the airport.
Interesting.
I would actually miss that. I called into that meeting, so the objector was it's a neighbor. But it was approved 4-2 by the zoning board. And it was recommended with approval from staff.
Anything else? Okay. Anyone else? Seeing none, please. I think we got to it. Thank you, Mr. Elsesser. All right, we all good? Please vote.
Member Bryant?
Aye.
Member Fennell?
Aye.
Member Relaford?
Aye.
15 ayes, 2 nays, 1 abstention. Oh, no, sorry. 15 ayes, 2 nays. Sorry. Suspension of rules?
Counselor?
This vote is to suspend your rules so that you can vote on the next line item, the proclamation, because it did not come up through committee. This is just a deviation from your normal board rules.
So we need a vote.
You do.
Thank you.
To suspend your rules and then.
A vote for the proclamation.
Correct.
Yes. All right. So it's on the floor. Yes, Kate? Oh, I think it's on the floor by virtue of the way we do our business. No? Okay. All right. First from you and a second. I'll get this right sometime before the end of my term. Mr. Renault on the second. Thank you. Any questions? Please vote.
Member Bryant?
Aye.
Member Fennell?
Aye.
Member Relaford?
Aye.
16 ayes, 1 nay.
Thank you.
A proclamation extending the declaration of emergency due to COVID-19 in Peoria County, Illinois.
Have Ms. Pastucci on the first and Mr. Renault on the second. Items on the floor. Any questions? Seeing none, please vote.
Member Bryant? Member Bryant?
Aye. Wait a minute, miscellaneous?
Member
I'm
Fennell?
sorry, are we at miscellaneous? I couldn't hear well.
We are proclamation extending the declaration of emergency due to COVID-19 in Peoria County, Illinois.
Aye.
Member Fennell?
Aye.
Member Relaford?
Nay.
Member Duncan? Member Elsesser? And Member Renault? Okay. 13 ayes, 4 nays. Miscellaneous and announcements.
Thank you. Before we move on, there's several guests in the room tonight. I want to point out Mr. Kiergaard. Mr. Kiergaard, who is moving on to, I would say, greener pastures, but I think professionally it's going to be a real good challenge for him. We've enjoyed knowing you these many years and wish you the best. Mr. Elsesser.
For a Journal Star reporter to come to as many county board member meetings as he came to is very commendable, because, you know, our meetings may not be as fancy as other meetings, because we do so much work at the committee level, and they can tend to be more mundane, I guess. And so I know I had an issue with him one time on what he wrote about me, and I went and talked to him, and he's always just been very fair, you know, and I really do appreciate it, and I wish you well in your new endeavors over in Pekin.
All right, we'd be at miscellaneous. I'll start on my left, your right. Ms. Duncan.
I would like for us to extend condolences for Rachel Parker. Her niece passed away, and so we just all want to lift her up in prayer.
Thank you. Dr. Blair.
First, I always think it's weird to say Happy Holy Week, but for those of you celebrating Holy Week with me, thank you, I guess. But also, I'm so glad to see PCAPS and Peoria Humane Society today. Here, I have a PCAPS dog. I've been enjoying this windy weather because it reminds me of my hometown in Lubbock, Texas. But I do want to just make sure people know that when there's wind out there, check your fences and gates before letting out your dogs.
Excellent reminder. Thank you. I'm still on my left, your right. I'm not seeing anybody. Well, that would be it then. I'll go ahead, Mr. Elsasser, I'll let you squeeze one in.
I was
Right
just
at
gonna,
36
regarding her
minutes.
comments coming from Lubbock, Texas. You would not have enjoyed the wind the last few days because it's so dry there that the sand was just piled up, you know, like 3 or 4 feet high, not on the road, but out in places where it shouldn't have been. So, and this may not be appropriate, but would it be okay if I
But go ahead and say it anyway.
Well, I want to ask you. Could I
You got a mic. Go ahead.
Can I recognize someone in the audience?
Sure.
First of all, Travis Weaver, who's a candidate for the state representative, is here. But let me say this in order to be fair. Whether he's elected or Mayor Luft is elected, I hope that they pay close attention to Peoria County because this is a pretty much kind of like a brand new district. Like 90% of the district is new. And so I just want to say that, you know, whether he or the mayor are elected to this position, I hope that they'll lend an ear to our concerns and our needs.
Thank you. Well, as long as you've opened that door, I'll recognize Daniel Phelan, who's running for the seat that Ms. Bestusha is vacating in Peoria Heights. So welcome to our meeting, Danny. All right, anyone else? Then we would be adjourned. Thank you, everyone. It's 38 minutes, in case anybody's counting.